Hello, I'm in Takayama now. Takayama, geographically, I'm probably about midway through my trip now, halfway through Japan. I arrived here in Takayama about 10:30 last night, so fairly late. Stupidly, I didn't remember to check where my hostel was, J-Hopper in Takayama, so I stepped out of the station without a clue as to where to go. And I went to a couple of shops there, late night shops that were open, and the people there didn't have a clue. And I tried a couple of other places, they didn't know, so I had to. I ended up getting a taxi, which was the last resort really. But I had to do it. I didn't have a clue where I had to go. I got in the cab and I tried to explain J-Hopper, Doku desu ka? And he didn't seem to understand, but somehow we got there. And anyway, it was only this morning that I worked out where my hostel was, and it was about a 2-minute walk from the station. The drive in the cab was about 15 minutes, so read that how you will. But yeah, he took me right around town. So but anyway, you live and you learn. So it's snowing, as you can probably see there. It is snowing. I would say that the snow is a novelty because we don't often get it in England, but just before I left for Japan, we'd had snow for about a month, solid, flat out, which was definitely the exception rather than the rule. So by the time I got to Japan, I was pretty much fed up with the damn snow. But it's nice. I think snow kind of gives any town a nice look. It's kind of a glazing, and it just gives it a kind of a postcard feel. And I've only just stepped out into Takayama, so I don't really know. I haven't found the picturesque places, but so far it looks really nice. I've just found a location here which I thought was quite nice for filming this, and it's on a bridge. As you can see in the back there's a few buildings, a few houses, and it's quite nice. I'm off now to a sake brewery, which is open during this month, February, and they're only open during the winter months, so December through to kind of February time. So I'm quite lucky at that, and I'm obviously going to jump at the chance, and I'll be able to taste some of the local sake, which I'm excited for. And then I'm going to go to the Hida village, which is about, I think, a 10-minute journey on the bus. I'm going to go back to the station and pick up the bus there and find that lovely village, and I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like with all the snow we have. So yeah, I'll take some pictures and I'll upload those later. Okay, so the sake brewery I'm visiting, it's just down the road here. They started these tours to attract more visitors, more tourists to the area during winter. So sake breweries are only open to tourists during from December to February. I've got a little history for you as well. Some of the sake breweries in Takayama are about 300 years old. Sake brewing has prospered in the Hida region for a long time. An old document written in 1697 indicates there were 56 sake breweries in Takayama at that time. And when this event began, it was thought that sake breweries were sacred places and should never be open to tourists or visitors. But obviously, with the money that it brings, it's a good incentive. So here it is. I'm going to try and take some pictures inside. I'm at a Hida folk village now. As you can see behind me, it's a really tranquil place. It's about 10 minutes east of Takayama station, and it's so beautiful. I can't really describe it with words. It's so calm. It's just so nice. The preservation of these buildings allow us to see what life was like 200 to 300 years ago in Japan. They're traditional rural buildings. And at the bottom of the screen you can see just a lot of white. So that's actually a lake. It's frozen over. Over there you can see water still running. So you can see the roof there. It's quite a steep angle. There's a reason for that, and this snow is actually very appropriate for the reason. They're designed to prevent heavy snow accumulation. And the name of the architecture is Gasho Zukuri architecture. The name Gasho comes from the Japanese word for praying, because the shape of the roofs was thought to resemble two hands clasped in prayer. It's so quiet here. It's amazing to think I'm only 10 minutes away from the main station. All that hustle and bustle.